What's going on, tankers? Welcome back to Blitz Guru. Today we're going to be going over the Tiger MAUS, which just launched in crates yesterday. I got extremely lucky and pulled the Tiger MAUS in 10 crates for 7,000 gold with a 3% drop chance. Unfortunately, I didn't get the new legendary Pyromancer camo, but if you want to check out more odds on crates and things like that, check out Economics Mate on YouTube. Now let's get into a full review. The Tiger MAUS is a tier 9 German super heavy collector vehicle. Of course, it's got amazing armor. It's literally in the name, Tiger MAUS, with the MAUS being one of the most armored vehicles in World of Tanks Blitz. But I want to point out several characteristics that folks might miss when taking a look at this vehicle. If you don't know me or haven't seen some of my other videos, I am a light tank enthusiast, and as a driver, I enjoy speed, momentum, and DPM. And sure, the Tiger MAUS might not have the first two things, but in terms of DPM, it is the number 2 heavy at tier 9. Behind the Conqueror, sitting at 2,789 damage per minute, which is ridiculously good. With that 128mm gun slinging 410 alpha rounds every 8.82 seconds, you'll be quickly sending opponents back to their garage. I would recommend equipping enhanced gunlaying drive and vert stabs, since one of the Tiger MAUS's weaknesses is poor aiming time, being the second worst for its tier. Speaking of seconds, the Tiger MAUS has the second highest health pool at tier 9, only behind the Tech Tree Maushin. This allows you to trade, play more aggressive, and last longer in battle. Not only that, but you are one of the most armored vehicles at the tier, with over 250mm on the frontal turret, 170 on the sides. You will just shrug off opponents' rounds as if they were rubber pellets. But all of that armor comes at a cost. Weighing at 180 tons, you are the second slowest heavy in tier 9, going 27 kilometers per hour. And that's not even the worst part. The Achilles heel of the Tiger MAUS is the hull traverse. This vehicle has the worst hull traverse of any vehicle in the game at 21.5. But I'll show you how you can overcome that in this following battle. In the Tiger MAUS, you want to stay away from open areas, take choke points, and narrow firing lanes. This will help you avoid any pesky light tanks or mediums trying to get to your sides. Here on Dynasty Pearl, I choose to go down the middle lane. Since the opponents have 3 mobile vehicles, I assume we'll head to the park, and I don't want to miss any action by committing to the far right heavy side of the town. Especially with my speed, if the enemy team just lemming trains that side, I can miss the fight entirely. So I'm running double chocolate and premium fuel here to boost my stats as much as possible. Luckily for me, we spot our first victim. Not wanting to risk bouncing off that troll turret armor, I load HE, hoping to at least get some partial damage. But the shot misses with the painfully slow 600 kilometers per hour shell velocity. Now we take the corner here, side scraping to protect the lower plate, and waiting for the Yo to peak. When I see the enemy team rushing the park, I start thinking about pushing up, but then a T-54 suddenly appears right in front of me. So I choose to hold and play it out from here. I continue side scraping and wiggling my tank, trying to make it as difficult as possible for the enemy to pen me. But just like the tier 10 MAUS, the Tiger MAUS has weak turret cheeks that can be penned with gold. So I try to limit their exposure by only pointing the gun when I'm reloaded at the Yo. I even get flanked by the T-54, who I choose to ignore. Now that the Yo is dealt with, the team looks like we're in a winning position, so I try to head to the park as fast as I can to lap up any of the remaining damage. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, my teammates in the park die, and now it's a 3v3 situation. I take a chancy shot here at the Leo, hoping to knock him out. Unfortunately, I whiff. Seeing the M103 spamming the chat, and realizing that I'm in the Tiger MAUS, I decide to avoid going into the park since I would be facing 2 mobile mediums. So I stay in town, doing what the tank is good at, side scraping, waiting for an opponent to slip up. That's when we get approached by a T-57 heavy. I do my best to angle and hide my lower plate, but he still pens me. Seeing that he fired a second time, I already make a decision that I should push him. I over-angle and bait him into shooting my thick 150mm of side armor with an additional 40mm of spaced armor on top. I give chase since I know he's on a longer clip reload. That's when we bounce the T-54 from down the street, and we notice that the Leo is going around to flank. Seeing this, I decide to retreat, hoping I can survive my engagement 1v1 on the T-57. He fires too, but then strangely backs up, which confuses me. Thinking I'm safe, I put a second shell into him. But then he re-peeks looking for another shot. I try to wiggle, and he still pens me, leaving me at 133 HP. Now that he's on a full reload, I try to take advantage and knock him out. Seeing the threat of the Leo from behind, I try to turn as quickly as I can, realizing that my only saving grace could be that soft cover from that truck. Thankfully, he bounces and chooses to re-peek as he grossly underestimates my reload, allowing me to shut him down and secure the victory. With a mastery, steel wall, Spartan, and 4,700 damage and almost 2,000 blocked. An incredible game for sure. If you liked what you see, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your family and friends. And if you stayed around this long, here's bonus, no commentary, gameplay for you. Enjoy.